This is Monty with Build Brothers, starting my digital inspection. We're at 7457 Gribble Street. And we always like to start underneath the eaves just to see the condition of the wood. Now this house was built in 1959, so all this wood that we're seeing here is original. And we do see signs of wood rot. You can see this piece of board was actually added to help support this rotted out rafter tail. Now the eaves consist of the fascia board, the rafter tails, and the starter boards. So those are the components of what makes up an eave. And we're seeing these rafter tails severely rotted out on the corners. So something to take into consideration. Now moving on to the roof here, we are looking at a 3-tab asphalt shingle. And right off the bat here, we see a little bit of that fascia board starting to come off over here. Now, a good sign is there is drip edge. So drip edge is that metal flashing that goes around the perimeter. It allows for that water to freely flow off and not soak into the wood. Now we do see some damaged shingle tabs. Almost looks like the piece of sheet metal on here, but we do see some damage. Same thing over here. There's actually a couple holes around here. So not sure what that's from, but there is damage to the shingle tabs. Now, looking on the back part of the roof, this part is way worse than the front part. The front part has actually been updated in the past. My guess, looking at this 3-tab, early 2000s, they actually stopped installing this kind of shingle in 2004, I believe. And we see this part was updated and this back part was actually left original. And you can see the severe granule loss on here. So over time, with years and years of that material baking under the sun, those oils began to evaporate and those granules start to fall off, leaving that shiny fiberglass underneath. This looks like the fall safety anchor point, where they actually put in a plate underneath when they're installing the solar. There's approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 solar panels on here. You can see just how degraded these back shingles are. Absolutely torn to bits and pieces. There is a back house as well, and the 2-story addition. This stuff has a very aged product as well, definitely past its life expectancy. You can see all that buildup. You can see how loose these shingle tabs are. Anytime that there's wind-driven rain, those shingle tabs are going to be lifted up and allow water entry. We can see all the granule buildup on this torch down section where the roof meets the wall of the 2nd-story addition. And we see more wood rot underneath the eaves on this section as well. So, our conclusion, in our professional opinion, this roof is way past its life expectancy. At the very least, this back portion needs to get replaced, but in our professional recommendation, we would recommend replacing all of this. We're seeing multiple signs of a product that is open and exposed to the elements, and we see multiple areas of damage. So again, our professional recommendation would be to replace this roof plane, and as well as that back addition. You could actually see a missing shingle tab right there. So that's actually been blown off by the wind. But as it stands, yeah, there are multiple leaks on this roof. So yeah, our recommendation would be to replace both roof planes. So I'll get this out to the homeowner and go over some options. Thank you.